Hello and good morning, everyone. So, today is the last trading session of this week. So, let's get started with today's top stocks in news. The first one is Bajaj Finance, where the company's net profit is up by 20.1% at 4,700 crores. Net interest income of the company is again up by 22.2% at 10,227 crores. Asset quality are little bit contracted this quarter. Gross NPA reported at 1.03% versus 0.86% on quarterly basis. Along with that, net NPA is reported at 0.5% versus 0.38% on quarter basis. Along with that, AUM was up by 25% to 4,41,450 crores, and in quarter one, company added 4.69 million customers to its franchisee. The next stock is Cyient, where the company's net profit is down by 10% at 154 crores versus 170 crores. Revenue is again down by 8.7% at 1,781 crores. EBIT is down by 15.8% at 232 crores, and margins are reported at 13% versus 14.1% on quarter basis. The next stock which you need to look at is IEX, where the company's net profit is up by 25.2% at 121 crores. Revenue is again up by 15% at 141 crores. EBITDA is again up by 16% at 115 crores, and margins are also expanded this quarter, reported at 81.6% versus 80.6% on quarter basis. The next stock is REC, where the company's net profit is up by 29% at 4,465 crores. Net interest income of the company is up by 37.6% at 5,666 crores. Along with that, company announced first interim dividend of 4.60 per equity share of face value 10 each for the financial year 2025 and 26. The next stock is Phoenix Mills, where the company's net profit is up by 3.4% at 241 crores. Revenue is again up by 4.5% at 985 crores. EBITDA is up by 4.7% at 595 crores, and margins are reported at 60.4% versus 60.3% on Y&Y basis. Along with that, company buy 49% stake in Arm Island Star Mall from CPP Investment for 5,449 crores. The next stock which you need to look at is Ether Industry, where the company's net profit is up by 46% at 47 crores versus 30 crores. Revenue is again up by 42.2%. EBITDA is up by 87% at 81 crores, and margins are reported at 31.5% versus 33.9% on Y&Y basis. The next stock which you need to look at is Trident, where the company's net profit is up by 89.7% at 140 crores. Revenue is however down by 2% at 1,706 crores. EBITDA is up by 29.3% at 291 crores, and margins are reported at 17% versus 12.9% on yearly basis. The next stock which you need to look at is Karur Vysya Bank, where the company's net profit is up by 13.5% at 521 crores. Net interest income of the company is again up by 5.1% at 1,080 crores versus 1,027 crores. Net interest margin are reported at 3.86% versus 4.05% on quarter basis, and GNPA is reported at 0.66% versus 0.76% on sequential basis. Along with that, company's net NPA is reported at 0.19% versus 0.20% on quarter basis. The next stock which you need to look at is Cyient Tech, where the company's net profit is reported at 77 crores, which is up by 13.5% on Y&Y basis. Revenue is up by 15.6%, reported at 274 crores. EBITDA is again up by 15% at 114 crores, and margins are reported at 41.5% versus 41.7% on Y&Y basis. The next stock which you need to look at is Sun Pharmaceutical, because company signed $200 million settlement with end purchaser plaintiff in US generic drug pricing antitrust case. The next stock is Dr. Reddy's, because company reappoints Mr. G.V. Prasad as whole-time director and company chairman and managing director as well. The next stock which you need to look at is Bharat Electronics, because company receives additional order worth 565 crores since June 30. So these were some of the stock which you need to look at in today's trading session. Thank you. Bye-bye.